So welcome back students. So today we'll be studying about LTI systems for a continuous time systems. LTI stands for linear time invariant system. The system which is linear and time invariant. The system in continuous time is defined by impulse response h of t. It has input xt and output yt. So output of an LTI continuous time system is given as y of t equals to minus infinity to infinity x of tau h of t minus tau d tau. Or we can write it as y of t equals to h of tau x of t minus tau. That means these two signals are interchangeable. This nothing we can say that this follows a commutative property. This also can be written as convolution of xt ht or ht xt. This is the formula of convolution. This is also called as convolution integral. This is also called as convolution integral. So we'll see now some examples on this. So the question can be asked, just find the convolution integral of two signals. So this formula we can apply, or the output of an LTI system. So output of LTI system is given as x tau h of t minus tau d tau, or h of tau x of t minus tau d tau. So we'll see some examples on this. So we'll see this sum for convolution integral. The question is given x of t is e raised to minus alpha t ut, for alpha is between 0 to 1. H of t is e raised to minus beta t, u of t, beta is between 0 to 1. Find the output of LTI systems for alpha is not equal to beta and alpha equals to beta. So whenever this is asked, output of LTI system, for output of LTI system, that means it is nothing but the convolution of xt and ht. So we'll write here output is v of y of t is given as minus infinity to infinity h of tau x of t minus tau d tau. We know this follows commutative property, so we can interchange the signals depending on the given signals. Now we can use this. Now we'll write down here y of t equals to minus infinity to infinity. What is h of tau? H of tau is e raised to minus beta tau. I'll write down because h of t is e raised to minus beta t. What will be h of tau? E raised to minus beta tau u of tau. Right? What is x of t minus tau? X of t is given as e raised to minus alpha t. So what will be x of t minus tau? It will be e raised to minus alpha t minus tau u of t minus tau d tau. Right? Now we have to see the limits here. What will be the limits? So y of t will be equals to minus now we have to see this u of t. What is u of t? I'll write down here. U of tau is 1 for tau greater than equals to 0, because u of tau is unit step signal, right? So unit step signal is 1 for tau greater than equals to 0. So we can say that u of tau, will write this as 1, this value as 1. This will be same as e raised to minus beta tau. This I am writing as 1, but then tau has to be greater than 0. So limit I will write, then it has to be greater than 0. So the lower limit will be 0. Now this one will write as it is, that is e raised to minus alpha t minus tau. Now what is u of t minus tau? So u of t minus tau equals to 1 for t minus tau is greater than equals to 0. So we can say from here that t is greater than equals to tau. We have to write the limit of tau here. What is tau? Tau should be less than equals to t. So we are getting the upper limit. What is this? This is the lower limit and this is the upper limit. So lower limit I have written as 0 and u of tau I have written as 1. So this u of tau is written as 1. Now for this, u of t minus tau is 1 for t minus tau greater than equals to 0, or t is greater than equals to tau. So we can cite that tau is less than equal to t. So tau has to be less than equals to t. That is the upper limit. So we can say this is the lower limit and this is the upper limit. Always it will be decided like this, and then d tau. Right? Now we'll combine this. You'll write this as y of t equals to 0 to t e raised to minus beta tau e raised to minus minus plus alpha tau. E raised to minus alpha t is constant, it is not depending on tau. E raised to minus alpha t, I am writing it outside. Inside you are getting a 0 to t e raised to minus beta tau e raised to plus alpha tau. So we'll write down here e raised to alpha minus beta tau. I have combined it, I have written like this. Okay, let me rub this because we have already used the upper limit and lower limit. Yes. Yes, so now we got this value. Now let us integrate this. I'll write down here. It will be e raised to minus alpha t is constant. This is a constant. We'll integrate this. E raised to alpha minus beta tau integral 0 to t upon alpha minus beta. Right? So integral of this we got. We have to put the values. Y of t equals to e raised to minus alpha t. If I put the value e raised to alpha minus beta t minus 1, I put the upper limit and the lower limit upon alpha minus beta. Now if I take this inside, what are you getting here? It is e raised to minus alpha t. Here it is e raised to plus alpha t. So it becomes here e raised to minus beta t minus e raised to minus alpha t upon alpha minus beta. So this is nothing but the answer for the first part. This is answer for the first part, that is when alpha is not equals to beta. Because here we considered alpha is not equals to beta, two different values, we got this as answer. So what we have done, we'll repeat here. We have seen the formula. This is the formula. H tau we have written as e raised to minus beta tau, u tau, and x tau we have written as x of t minus tau as e raised to minus alpha t minus tau, u of t minus tau. This is nothing but decide lower limit. This will decide upper limit. For this one, u tau is 1 for 0 to infinity, so this is 0. This is lower limit. And this is 1 for t minus tau greater than 0, so we got tau as less than t. After this, we saw here that e raised to minus beta tau, e raised to plus alpha tau, we have written it combinedly like this, and e raised to minus alpha t, we have taken it outside. Now the integration of this, you know, is nothing but e raised to alpha minus beta tau upon alpha minus beta. Put the value of this as 0 to t. After putting this value, we can just combine, you multiply this, so this is minus and this is plus, alpha gets cancelled, you have only e raised to minus beta t. And here you have e raised to minus alpha t upon this. So this is the first answer. Let us see the second part when alpha is equals to beta. So now we'll see when alpha equals to beta. When alpha equals to beta, we'll say only alpha. So what is now y of t? Y of t equals to minus infinity to infinity h of tau. H of tau is e raised to minus beta t, but we are writing alpha is equals to beta. Then e raised to minus alpha tau u tau into x of t minus tau, that is e raised to minus alpha t minus tau d u of t minus tau. This will be u of t minus tau u of t minus tau d tau. Now we know the upper limit and lower limit is decided by this. So this one u of t, I am writing it again. U of t is 1 for tau greater than equals to 0. So this limit becomes 0. And u of t minus tau is 1 for t minus tau greater than equals to 0 or t greater than equals to tau, or tau less than equals to t. So this is 0 to t. Now e raised to minus alpha tau and e raised to plus alpha tau gets cancelled. You have only e raised to minus alpha t d tau, because this is 1 and this is also 1. That's why we have changed the limit. And e raised to minus alpha tau and e raised to minus plus alpha tau gets cancelled. You have only this. So what is this? This is not depending on tau. This will come outside. You have only 0 to t d tau. So you can write here y of t equals to e raised to minus alpha t. 0 to t d tau is nothing but tau, limit is 0 to t. So you are getting as t e raised to minus alpha t y of t. So this is your second answer. When alpha equals to beta, t is e raised to minus alpha t u of t. So this is the way we can solve convolution integral or the output of LTI continuous time system. Let us see the other example. Okay, so this next sum is find the response of LTI system if x of t is e raised to minus 3t u of t and h of t is t u of t. So when this question is asked, first you see that this is nothing but the continuous time system because xt and ht is given, and the response of LTI system is asked. That means you have to find the convolution. That is what we'll write here. Y of t is h of t convolved to x of t. that is nothing but integral minus infinity to infinity h of tau x of t minus tau d tau. This also we can write opposite because it follows commutative property. Okay, now minus infinity to infinity, what is h of tau? H of tau will be tau u of tau. Here it is t, ht, but you have to write tau. So in place of t I am writing as tau, u tau. What is x of t minus tau? So it will be e raised to minus 3 t minus tau u of t minus tau u of t minus tau d tau. Okay, here it is x of t. In place of t, we are putting t minus tau. So wherever t is there, t minus tau. Let us see the limits. What will be the limits? Now again, u of tau is 1 for tau greater than equals to 0. So u of tau is 1 for tau greater than 0. So tau into 1 for tau. Then second one is u of t minus tau. T minus tau is 1 for t minus tau is greater than equals to 0, or t is greater than equals to tau. We want the limit of tau. That means tau is less than equal to t. So tau will be less than equals to t. So it will be e raised to minus 3 t minus tau. This one will be 1. What is the upper limit? Upper limit is t d tau. Right? So now y of t equals to 0 to t tau e raised to plus 3 tau, because t is not the variable of tau. So t I will write it outside. I will write down that is y of t equals to e raised to minus 3t. Because I am taking outside, tau minus minus becomes plus d tau. Let me rub this. So I can use this space. Yes. Now the integration of this, will be e raised to minus 3 tau 3t, first term e raised to 3 tau by 3 minus differential of first and integration of second is e upon 3 tau upon 9, and the limit is 0 to t. Let us put the values. E raised to minus 3t, put the values. T e raised to 3t upon 3 minus 0, second value will be 0, minus e raised to 3t upon 9 minus 1 upon 9. Right? So this one is your, by putting the limits. This is first limit I have put, t e raised to 3t, when you put 0 it will be 0. Second, minus I have taken it common, when you put 3t it will be e raised to 3t upon 9 and e raised to 0 is 1. So what is the final answer? When you find out the final answer, this is minus and this becomes minus minus plus. So I can write down here is e raised to minus, I'll write down, I'll rub the space above. I'll rub the space here and I'll write down the answer. Yes. So what is the answer? E raised to minus 3t t e raised to 3t upon 3 minus e raised to 3t upon 9 plus 1 upon 9. So you take it inside, this e raised to minus 3t, if I take it inside, it will be t by 3, because this will be cancelled, minus 1 upon 9 plus e raised to minus 3t upon 9. So this is the final answer into u of t. So this is the final answer, the convolution of the signal. So hope it is clear. So in the next video we will discuss about the output of an LTI discrete time system, where it will not be the integral but the sum, convolution sum. Thank you.